Chapter 14 begins with a diagram, how valves work. In a valve, there's a little trap door. The little trap door makes it so nothing can go back, nothing can move back this way. Pressure moves this way. It pushes that little trap door open, pushes paint forward through the valve. Chapter 14. At 9 o'clock in the morning, Ada and Iggy showed up at Rosie's. They loaded the wagon and covered it with a sheet. Then they headed to the Blue River Creek Library. A dozen canvases surrounded the parking lot. Rosie found Aunt Rose, Boss, Marion, and the McAllister sisters in the corner. "Rosie!" they cheered. "Ada! Iggy!" Just then, Bernice arrived with a woman in a big floppy hat with casts on her wrists. It had to be June. "Okay," said Bernice. "We're here." She took off June's hat. "Surprise!" yelled the Riveters. June looked from face to face in shock. "What? Why," she started. "What's going?" "It's Art a Go-Go time," said Boss. June was shocked. "But I have casts," she said, raising her arms. "The Riveters wanted to surprise you," said Rosie. "So, ta-da!" Ada and Iggy pulled the sheet off the wagon. June looked baffled. "It's the Paint-A-Palooza 9, said Rosie proudly. "It took a few tries, but I think we finally did it." June looked even more baffled, but she tried to hide it. "Well, thank you, dear," she said. "I always wanted one." "What is it?" she whispered to Aunt Rose. Boss shook her head. "Oh, you goofball," she said. "The kids created an invention so you can paint with your arms instead of your hands." Tears welled up in June's eyes. She said softly, then stopped. A tear rolled down her cheek. "Oh, you Riveters," she said. "You are the best. And you three," she said to Rosie and her friends. "I don't even know what—" Her voice trailed off as she choked back tears. Boss cleared her throat loudly. "Enough of that mushy stuff," she said with a sniffle. "You know I'm allergic to crying. It makes my eyes water." June and the Riveters burst into laughter. Then suddenly, squeak! A sharp squeal blasted over the loudspeaker. "Attention," said a librarian. "Are you ready for Art a Go-Go?" "Go, go!" the crowd cheered. June dried her eyes with her sleeve and smiled. "Yes, I am," she said. She smiled at Rosa, Ada, and Iggy. "Thanks to you," she said. The librarian announced this year's theme for the Art a Go-Go competition is home. He blew the whistle again, and it was time to go-go.